Welcome to Car Guys. This week I'm here with racing driver Josh Malin.
How's it going? This is my car for the 2018 season. I'm going to be showing you around.
I'm here with Josh Malin, racing driver, and we're going to talk about what it's like to get into racing, what it's like to race in the Max 5 Cup, and also quite a special thing for the Car Guys. We're actually sponsoring Josh this season. We're going to get race reports, we're going to go inside the racing scene and take you into what it takes to be a racer in the UK today, the behind the scenes, the agony, the ecstasy, all the ups and downs.
Last year was my first year in racing a full season, and I won the championship, which was quite an incredible achievement for me. Not only because I'm type 1 diabetic, but also the fact that I'm quite young and I was racing against much more experienced people. And this is my Mazda MX-5 Mark III race car. Let me take you around it. So this is a 2008 car. It's got the 2-litre 4-cylinder engine producing around 160 wheel horsepower. Well, obviously, as you can tell, it's highly modified. Gaz gold shock absorbers, they're adjustable coilovers, so we can adjust the bump stiffness at the bottom of the shock. Rotor alloys, Corbo Revenge X System 3 seat. It's got the CarGuys logo embroidered onto it. Schroth 6-point racing harnesses. It's not the easiest car to get out of in the world.
So Josh, welcome to the Car Guys channel.
Thank you.
How old are you exactly?
I have just turned 18. 18 years old.
Just 18 years old. And how long have you been into racing?
First race was back in June 2016. I was 16 at the time, and I came second.
I'm pretty sure Lewis Hamilton didn't come second in his first race. And what inspired you to get into racing? Is it something that you always wanted to do?
Yes, it was a childhood dream to somehow be involved with cars, working on them, test driving them, racing them, you name it. I will say this, I was quite lucky, because back in 2012, my neighbour John, who runs the Max 5 Racing Championship, one evening he came round for dinner. I was on my simulator. That's how I've sort of honed my skills. Games like Gran Turismo, he saw my skills.
What you're saying is to get into a racing series, just live next door to Bernie Ecclestone is basically the way.
In a way, yes. In a way, live next to the MX-5 equivalent of Bernie Ecclestone. He built the car. Me and my dad helped him, but he was the main mastermind behind it all, and I'd like to thank him for that, because without his expertise in building cars, I don't think I would be at this level right now.
So is that a shout out to John, is it?
Yes, definitely. Thank you, John. Alcantara steering wheel is detachable as well, so if you just pull that collar and pull it off, it comes off like that. So it's got the 6-speed manual gearbox. I believe this car has the 6-speed differential in it as well. Battery cut off there on the left. It's electrical as opposed to a mechanical pull. And we've also got that little switch there which works the Race Logic lap timer, controlled by this little GPS thing here. It's magnetic, connects to the car, and it picks up satellites, and it can actually tell where you are on track.
What advice would you give to other people who were thinking about perhaps getting into racing?
Yeah, definitely look around, see what championships take your fancy, what is reachable, how much it would be to build the car, how easy it would be to build the car. Just get on it, ring around and see what there is.
And presumably there's quite a lot of race championships that exist. Yeah. So at all different levels, all different car types, there's a tremendous number.
Yeah, there's like Hyundai Coupes, the Junior Saloon Car Championships, there's Minis. They've also got called Clubmans.
Ginettas, I suppose.
Yeah, Ginettas as well.
You've obviously got the cost of buying the car and fitting the car out.
Yeah.
What other sort of costs are there? Is there a price of entry for the championship, or is it a price per race? How does it work?
With most championships, like the BARC, Max 5 specifically, we pay per entry. You can do a bulk fee if you're committed to doing all the races. That roughly equates to around £400 per meeting to essentially hire the track and give you around about an hour's worth of track time. It does seem like quite a lot, but typically you get 20 minutes qualifying and then 2 20-minute races. That's not even including fuel, tyres, brakes if needed, and then, I don't know, any bumpers or fenders that you'd need if anyone was to trade paint.
And obviously it depends on the class that you're going for, the type of car, how prestigious the race circuits are, whether they're in Europe as well as the UK. Obviously the costs start to ramp up when you move to those, but the important thing to remember is that if you want to get into racing, there's a large number of series to go for, and one thing that people won't necessarily know is the obstacles that you've had to overcome in order to succeed in this racing.
Yeah, I am type 1 diabetic. I was diagnosed when I was 4 years old, back in July 2004. And I've had it ever since, lived with it, just sort of got on with it. When I was 4 or 5, I was, even then I was obsessed with cars. Pretty much everywhere I went, I carried a toy car with me just to play with. Talking to the doctor, and it's like, oh, what do you want to be when you're older? I was like, oh, racing cars. And believe it or not, I was told I was never going to be a racing driver. They was like, no, you can't do that. And yeah.
Thanks, Doc. I mean, most people, to overcome that and just function normally in life would be a massive victory for them, and they should be pretty pleased with that. But actually, you've gone beyond that. You've not only controlled that, but you've actually gone racing, which is something that no one would ever expect to happen.
No, even I didn't expect it. And when the opportunity came along, I was like, wow, is this actually happening? I had to go through a medical checkup to ensure that I was fit, that my eyesight was good, because one of the sub factors of diabetes, or type 1 diabetes in particular, is that you can get something called diabetic retinopathy in your eyes, which could hinder your eyesight. And that's not good, and if you have too much of it, then obviously you wouldn't be able to to see properly.
You don't want that coming up to Eau Rouge, for example.
No.
Probably not a good idea.
Probably not. Cobra Sport race exhaust system. We've got a racing manifold and downpipe, but again, it does sound really good for a 4-cylinder engine. It's got an aftermarket induction kits, 4 to 2 to 1 racing manifold, and yeah, it's a really strong engine, nice torque curve, really responsive as well.
Your first full season in Max 5 was last year.
Yes, 2017.
So tell us how it went.
Well, in the first
year...
And
don't be modest.
I won the championship.
You won the championship?
I won my class championship.
In your first ever
full
year.
Season. In the full season.
How about that, eh? See?
Yeah, it was...
That's not bad, is it?
No. I think it's Silverstone, my last race. It sort of dawned on me. Hang on, I've actually won a championship. I finished consistently. I think every race I got a podium.
I mean, having won that championship, I assume it's now all Learjets, beautiful girls, champagne, free endorsements. I mean, I'm assuming, you know, that's...
Free endorsements, but I wouldn't mind that.
Yeah.
It's like getting free tyres. That wouldn't be too bad.
I mean, there's a sponsorship opportunity right here that's going begging. Castrol. That's all I'm saying. What's your favourite track?
I'd have to say Thruxton.
Okay.
I do like Thruxton. It's a really fast technical track. And you're wondering why there aren't any lights? Well, simply because weight reduction.
Was it as good as you expected?
Yes, in fact it exceeded my expectations. Absolutely fantastic car to drive. The torque does come in relatively low down, so around 4,000 revs. And then from then on, it goes up to 7,250. So the power delivery is really nice, it's really linear.
How important is the CarGuys sponsorship to your championship effort this year?
Honestly, it has been a saviour, if I'm honest, because if you didn't sort of step in, I don't think I would have been racing that much, if at all, this year.
Really?
Are
you going to go to all the races now as a result of that?
Yeah, it will allow me to do that, and it will allow me to probably have another shot at a championship. Fingers crossed, I'll be able to challenge for it.
But lots of space on the car still up for sponsorship at the moment.
Yeah.
So if anyone is interested, if anyone's watching this and is interested, how's best to get in touch?
Best get in touch on my Facebook page, probably Josh Malin Racing. If you type in Malin.
What would you say is your dream road car?
Can I have 4?
You can have 4. You can have 4. I mean, it's a little greedy.
Cars. There are 4 cars that I have longed for a long time. A Lexus LFA, Ferrari 430 Scuderia, Porsche Cayman GT4, and probably the new 911 GT3 with a manual gearbox.
Have a sit in your CarGuys seat.
There you go.
Oh, well, we're in.
Like a native, like a pro.
And we can shut the door. Mind your arm.
You can even shut
there
the door.
We go.
Part of the Car Guys sponsorship of Josh and the racing season is that Josh also becomes our tamed racing driver. Any of the cars here that you can take out on the track, which one would it be?
The McLaren 675 LT. I think that is my favourite McLaren. I will say that.
All right, well, thank you very much, Josh. Good luck on the 2018 season.
Thank you very much.
We're obviously going to be following you very closely, so all the Car Guys audience are going to be right there with you in the cockpit every race to watch you hopefully win again.
Hopefully, let's hope so.
That's good. Thanks for watching the video, guys. Please subscribe if you like what we're doing. Leave likes and comments. We massively appreciate it. This is just the start of the journey here for the Car Guys and Josh, and I hope you can follow the entire racing season throughout 2018.
See you later. Who's trying to get out now? Who's trying to get out? Oh, there we go.
Still nimble, still young enough to do this racing malarkey.